So my name is Rob Powell. This is my Golf Mk2 16-valve turbo. So I've always had Volkswagens personally up until around 2010, and I defected into the Peugeot side of things. Never go back. Yeah, I've had Volkswagen Polo, which was my first car, £500 car that my parents bought me. I had a Volkswagen Passat after that, which I wrote off in my youth. And then I started into the Golf GTIs, so I had a Mk3 Golf GTI 8-valve, which was not very nice. And then I bought a nice 8-valve 3-door after that, which when I really sort of kicked into buying cars and restoring stuff. And then that led into this, and that's when this started as a project. I've always liked Mk2s, so I used to ride BMXs into my mid-20s, and all my friends had Mk2 Golfs, all had Volkswagens. We used to travel all over the country, sleeping in the cars, riding bikes on a weekend, going all over on a weekday as well. And they were a reliable car, but they were fun and cool and cheap to modify. So all my friends had those, and yeah, I grew into that mould. And yeah, I bought this and systematically destroyed it ever since. So I bought it through a contact through a friend who owned a body shop, and he knew about the car. It was owned by a friend of his, and they'd bought it off an old lady, and it had done 55,000 miles when I bought it. It was absolutely standard. It was a pristine Golf 8-valve Mk2 GTI, the holy grail nowadays. And then, yeah, it's ended up into this monster. And it can't be much else. So the purpose of the car is a show car. It's an out-and-out show car. I make no bones about that. People ask me if I drive it. No, I don't. I trail it to shows. The reason I trail it to a show is because it's got chrome brake discs, and all the calipers are chromed, every single nut, bolt, washer, subframe, the underneath of the car smoothed. If you drive it, it's basically going to undo all the work that I've done. Would I like to drive it? Absolutely. I'd love to hammer it down a private road somewhere, but not as it stands now. That might be another evolution of the car, where I actually take it back and actually underseal the car and do some stuff with it, so I can actually use it and drive it to its potential and drive it to shows as well, which maybe one day I might do that. Funny stories with it. I haven't really got too many funny stories. I've had a few tales of woe with it. It's not been straightforward. I've had to have the engine bay and underneath repainted through various reasons. That was holding me back on the actual project. It took me 11 years, but that definitely delayed it. It's like anything. I had massive problems with the crank sensor on it. That delayed me hugely as well, to the point where I literally could have chopped it in half with a grinder. I was that frustrated at one point, but I didn't, luckily. Funny stuff. We've had some good fun at car shows. Not many that I'm going to talk about in public domain, but good laughs at car shows, a few beers, and sat around a camping chair over a fire and made some brilliant friends through it all. And that's what it's about to me, is travelling to car shows. We went to West Side last weekend, and me and my friend Duncan, who did all of the engine bay work, we were like stuck in traffic and thinking we're not going to get there in time, and then just put Spotify on, and we put some Smokey and the Bandit on, and we're laughing his heads off with a trailer on with the van, trailing the car to the show with Smokey and the Bandit theme tune rocking out through the car. So just being stupid really, and yeah, I don't know, I'm pretty immature at times when I'm not working, so I let my hair down, and yeah, with my mates and stuff, we take car shows seriously and like to go and enjoy ourselves and meet friends and meet people that we don't see, but yeah, we like a good laugh too in the background.